Hello, loves. I keep hearing, you're all that I want, you're all that I need, you're all that I want, you're all that I need. This is coming from masculine towards feminine, but honestly, it can go both ways, right? But this is a masculine speaking to the feminine. You're all that I want, you're all that I need. And what I'm receiving is that this feminine, her embodiment of being the divine feminine and all the work she's done and how far she's come, that she's like a living embodiment. She is the light medicine of the masculine. Like, she's literal medicine for the masculine. And it's like not like physical contact or anything. This is like no contact. This is through the ethers. So feminine, through your embodiment and just like through all the things that you've been doing, like you are this like living, breathing embodiment of divine healing medicine for this masculine. And he knows it. They know it. They know that the feminine is their true beloved. They know that this feminine is their twin flame or a very strong soul connection. They know it. This is a very awoken masculine, and he understands that this woman or this feminine is his absolute life partner, and also that she is his soul medicine, and vice versa. But so anyways, so you're all that I want, you're all that I need. This is like a fixated energy. This could be a fixed sign, I don't know. The peacock out here is going off. It's the male peacock. So peacocks are relevant. It's also like I'm calling out to you. I don't know if you guys heard it, but the peacock sound is very loud. I'm not going to do it. You can Google it or YouTube it and listen to it. But if you guys have been with me, the peacocks, and I have so much like magical energy that comes through all the time. Through animals or this or orbs or that or the other. Just crazy stuff happens. Cards completely move on their own. Like all kinds of paranormal spiritual activity going on this channel. But anyways, you're all that I want, you're all that I need. And the new moon, this has like been a buildup, right? This is someone who's very enlightened, very awoken. I just did like a little reel over on my Instagram. You guys can follow me there, GypsyCowgirlTarot. Blue check mark, meta verified. Make sure blue check mark. But I just did a reel about this, like a little 3-minute video. And it was like a very aware, very awoken masculine. Like he understands the soul dynamic of this. He's like, I know you're my twin flame. I know that we belong together. I'm connected to the spiritual aspect and the physical. I just saw 333. I'm getting something about like being a barber, like a hair barber, or even like a hairdresser. I don't know, that could be relevant for some of you guys. This feminine though, this feminine that this is for, like feminines, like you guys are the embodiment of balance and Hyros inner union, and like, you know, like, yeah, we all have work to do till the day we die, but you've conquered the biggest, like you faced the biggest battles and you conquered the biggest demons, your inner demons and outer demons. You emanate divine strength. It's not strength like most humans view and think when they think of strength. This is completely different, on a completely different level kind of strength. And this masculine is conscious to that. Very conscious to the strength that the feminine embodies and exudes. Sorry, guys. I think something happens I'm seeing like 72 hours. I think something happens for a lot of you guys over the next few days whenever this finds you. I really do. today's Saturday. I'm hearing by Monday. So I don't know, but it does feel very like, tower, like out of nowhere. Like it just happens fast. Like a bat out of hell, like a ton of bricks. But it's very clear, the message. You're all that I want. You're all that I need. Not like need like codependency, because this is not that. This is not karmic like that. Like this is like two souls where you guys have done so much work. Soul work, soul evolution work, physical body work, emotional healing, chakra healing. Like you've really been doing the work. You're not confused about who you are. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly where you're going. You know exactly what you are. You know, I'm all of a sudden I'm burping. That's whenever I burp like that, when I'm channeling, it's coming from the heart. It's heart release. It's from here. So if you guys are new here, I'm Erica. I'm a psychic medium and a priestess. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. This is a Pillar of Light channel. This channel is also a portal. It is a literal like portal. You come here and it is like, you come to this channel and you receive readings, yeah. But more importantly, you receive activations, healings, like all kinds of stuff, right? So anyways, welcome. Let's go ahead. I'm feeling called to start with this. So let's go ahead and get a couple cards here. So tell me, oh my gosh, it's immediately Libra, justice, immediately. The scales of justice, karma. This is like big life choices. This is like soul contracts, legal agreements, divorce, marriage, all that kind of stuff. It's the 7th house in astrology in your birth chart. It's a soul marriage. It's marriage. It's like, it's fulfillment of contracts. It's fulfillment of soul contracts. It says within 1 to 2 weeks. I think that's the biggest thing here, is the timing and the fact that, yeah, it's justice. It's something balance. It's balance. As within, so without. I cannot stress this enough, because listen, you guys, I can feel the energy, especially in the comments or like certain things, like, so I can very easily tune in and be like, okay, this is someone who is, they think they're in this vibration, but they're not. It's kind of a delusional energy, to be honest. It could be a little bit of a spiritual psychosis energy, but I definitely am picking up on a lot of that. Like, I'm not saying, like, the majority of the energy here is you guys are tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. What I'm saying is that I am witnessing a lot where people, it's like, I don't know. It just shows like their consciousness and their frequency, obviously, but like people who are like, oh, this is my reading, and like they really think it is, and it's like couldn't be farther from the truth. You know what I mean? Why was I just saying that though? Well, because I want people to be honest with themselves, first of all. You know what I mean? Oh, because I said, oh, because the balance, that's what it is. Because that's why I started saying that, was because what I'm seeing and feeling and witnessing and seeing, like, you know, with my gifts, is that a lot of people who like, they think that they're in this timeline right now, they're not. They have a great imbalance within still, which is why they're clinging to like readings or this, or they're in like a spiritual psychosis, because there's a great balance within them. You guys have moved through a lot of that stuff. Like, you've had deaths of the ego. Like I said, like, you know who you are. There's a lot of clarity. Like, maybe it's not like so clear where you're like, I know exactly where everything is headed and where I'm going, but you're solid. Like, you've gone through the deaths and the rebirths. You're solid. You've balanced inner, you know, you have found like an inner harmony and a flow between your inner feminine and your inner masculine. Like, you're not just up in the higher chakras watching tarot readings all day, like getting all excited every time you see an angel number, because you know, like, you're someone who's actually started bringing all that into the embodiment and the physical. You started creating heaven upon earth because you created heaven. Heaven met earth within you. You know what I mean? So I'm talking to some very balanced energies, and that's confirmation. You could be a Libra. There could be something about Libra season. I'm a Libra sun. This is my card right here, baby. This is my card. All right. And, you know, Libra, speaking of Libra, like, you know, and just like a lot of us light workers, right? Like we are literal, like walking, talking karma for people. You know what I mean? So, and I feel that. I feel like this masculine is very aware of this feminine's power and her magic and her priestess energy and her witchiness and her mysticism and, you know, all these things. The fact that she's a healer. And the feminines that I'm talking to who this is for, okay, you guys are already, those wheels are already spinning. Like, that's what I mean by you know who you are. That's how you know if this is for you or not. You know who you are. You are living authentically in your truth and in your gifts and in your power. That doesn't mean you have to have a YouTube channel like Erica. Maybe that is a part of your gifts. Not all light workers are meant to be like front and center like this. You know what I mean? There's a lot of really powerful light workers who are completely like offline in this regard, or it's minimal online presence. You know, so you could be one of those. But anyways, okay. I'm getting sidetracked here. Within 1 to 2 weeks, Venus, obviously, so Libra is ruled by Venus. Isn't Venus in Cancer? Venus is in Cancer, isn't it? Super powerful emotions flowing through right now with this new moon too. Desires harmony, balance. It's a very refined energy. That's what it is you guys have gone through extreme soul refinement. The King of Air, King of Swords energy here. The cardinal, like Libra is a cardinal sign, right? So the cardinal signs start a season. They start the equinox or the solstices, you know? So it's a leadership energy. The raccoon. It's funny because last night, like I was just like, while I was cooking dinner and stuff, I had Netflix on in the background and I was or not Netflix, HBO. I was watching Friends, the show Friends. And it was an episode where Joey, like he was, I don't know, he's like a really bad liar. And so he was like, someone put him on the spot and then he just like randomly starts talking about a raccoon. And it's just funny. Pay attention to that kind of stuff, you guys. For instance, like, it's not just about like signs and synchronicities. Okay, the universe is always talking and always showing us, right? So just like that, last night I was watching Friends and I thought that part was funny, and it was like, it stuck in my mind, the fact that Joey's talking about the raccoons, and then today, look, boom, the raccoon card comes out. So for me, that's confirmation of the timeline, because I was just watching that last night. So that means right now, within 1 to 2 weeks, or at this current moment, okay, this energy, this message is highly relevant right now, right this very moment. All right. Also, last night when I was watching Friends, you know, because I'm Gypsy Cowgirl, like I'm all about like country life, like cowgirl, cowboy, like all the things. And Rachel, she's like making fun of Ross, and she's like, cause he's like talking about like how he's like a tough guy or whatever. And she's like, let's be real here. You know, she was like, it's not like you just came in from branding cattle. Well, you know, my twin flame masculine, bless his heart, you know, whatever he's got going on, bless his heart, wherever he's out in the world. But anyways, you know, he's cowboy cattle rancher. So branding cattle is a thing. So it's just like these little things that, you know what I mean? So anyways, it's relevant to the timeline is my point, and like the confirmations, you know what I mean? So anyways, very peculiar, you know, not peculiar at all, but anyways, it speaks of a problem solver, entrepreneur, being very, very creative and mischievous, adaptive, curious. It's someone who's very curious. And yeah, like it could be like someone's an entrepreneur, business owner, and all these things. It's about curiosity though. It's about like the mask. It's about like being very curious. It's like, I want some confirmation to the curiousness. Like I want to solidify some things here. That's kind of what I'm getting here. The raccoons also are like a nighttime animal. So there could be something specific about the night, or, you know, I don't know. But it's a problem solver, a curious problem solver. And I just feel like that's the vibe right now. Like this masculine, you're all I want. You're all I need. Like, I'm very aware that like, you're my medicine. Like you've helped me on my journey. Like you're the light in the dark. Like through your like extremely powerful transformations and deaths and rebirths and just everything that I've witnessed, like you go through, it has inspired me. It has changed me. It has brought healing to me. It is medicine to me. It feeds my soul. And look at that bottom of the deck. We have this beautiful woman. There could be something about like ballroom dancing or gowns or dancing. I don't know. You could be, I don't know, I'm getting very like señorita. Okay, you could be like me, like a Latina. It's also just like extremely sexy energy here with her. And again, with the cardinal energy. Cardinal. Oh my gosh, hold on. All these cards are like flying down at me. Hold on. The world card just flew into my lap. These were like sticking to my hands just now. Like that never happens. My hands are not like sweaty or anything. The church. What is that thing? You have the church, you have the steeple, you open the doors and see all the people. I don't know. My mom showed me that when I was little and I'll never forget it. But anyways, the church, it's all about like family values and dogma and marriage and collective consciousness. And I mean, if you think about the church, it's like structure and programming and collective consciousness and all these things, right? For me, it's like, okay, like you and this masculine are here. The reason why you guys are here together on earth at this time together is so you can come in together at some point in your lifespans, and you put the kibosh on all this dogma, church, religion, you know, basically the systems, okay? But this also can show with Libra, with the justice, the world, and this marriage church card here. I think that this is confirmation of, first of all, it's a huge karmic cycle, but it's like a divorce. Okay, someone could be ending a marriage, an engagement, right? Like that's like it's done. The universe is showing up and saying, you both have completed some big cycles, especially this masculine on their end in the 3D physical material world. And then the snowflake. So this cardinal first card though, it literally says, yes, take inspired action. It's the start of a season, which is funny because I literally was talking all about that with the Libra energy here when I was like, it's the cardinal sign, they start the season, right? And then we literally get the card that says that with the feminine woman on it. Okay, so for me, and I'm going to ask, but for me, it's confirmation that, is this masculine, are they coming in determined, you're all I want, you're all I need, to start this new season, to start something with this feminine? Abso-freaking-lutely, the star card. And then bottom of the deck is the Hermit, which today is the new moon in Virgo. And we just entered Virgo season. Happy birthday, my beautiful Virgos. It's the Hermit energy, though. It's like the typical, like, so you have within 1 to 2 weeks, and then within 2 to 4 weeks, within the month, by the equinox. I keep saying that. Like, Lionsgate and all of the astrology, the retrogrades, like it's all been for the greater good, of course, bringing forth big balance within you guys so that so balance happens outside of you guys, right? You are my shining star. You are the light in the dark, like a star. The stars they light up the darkness, right? That's how this masculine feels her. She's healing. It's also extremely healing. The star card, it's rejuvenated. It's a healing energy. Aquarius, there could be something about the winter, because look, you have a snowflake. Maybe you guys met during the winter. Maybe it was snowing, or I don't know. There's something about, I could feel it. It's cold. I can feel the cold, the chill, the winter. This could also indicate, like, and just be symbolic of, like, the physical energy or the distance between you guys. Like, it feels cold. You know? But it also confirms that the feminine is like the spiritual guide and teacher with the Hermit. It's like through witnessing her ascension and her healing and her journey, it's like it reflected to him, it like gave him permission. It validated his experiences, you know, because you guys haven't like talked or shared about this kind of stuff at all with each other. For most of you guys, it's like completely like no contact. Again, this is all happening in the 5D, right? This is wishes being fulfilled, justice. The Hermit also represents dark night of the soul energy too. Like it's like just going deeply within. Alone, you know, it's inner discovery through isolation and solitude. It's you find yourself, inner discovery, soul gift, soul purpose, you know, clarity, like all these things. All right, is this Hermit card representing the masculine here? I feel like it's been a year or more for a lot of you guys since you've spoken to this person. Yeah. So I wanted to specifically ask, is the Hermit supposed to be the masculine here? Because I felt it. It's through their, I'm telling you. So it's a masculine who's extremely awake. They're extremely conscious to soulmates, to twin flames, to past lives, to tarot, to divination, to law of attraction, to Akashic records. They're like, they're knowing all the things. About all the things. They've been doing their own homework, their own research, their own, you know, learning. They've been guided. They've been shown all the things. This masculine super knows the things. You guys are going to have conversations that are going to be, it's very high vibrational conversations. Like feminine, you, with who this is for, feminine, you don't have to tiptoe and like dumb it down for this person. I mean, you might a little bit, but they're just going to be very receptive to everything. And they have a lot that they want to share too. Expect the unexpected, but it's the element of fire. When I asked, for me, it's like this energy here is like a holy hell yeah. It's like, oh yeah, expect the unexpected. And didn't I say the tower, like unexpected energy earlier? There it is, confirming. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Oh my God, there he is. I knew it. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Your person could drink like whiskey or like, you know, I don't know. The masculine energy. And then the magician. Wow. Okay, you guys, this morning, earlier today, I did my first ever, like lunar manifestation workshop, and I just felt called to do it with this. Well, I got the call with the Star Mothers and to do a manifestation workshop around money and divine love and romantic love. And the workshop ended up being 3 hours, and it is so good, you guys. We did a magic ritual together for manifestation and abundance. I took everyone in on like a journey where they connected with it within their subconscious, and the breakthroughs and the past life regressions. Like one of the women who was in there, she had a full-blown past life regression in her solar plexus. Her whole, everything in her hair was trembling, shaking. One of the other women in the workshop, when we went in, and it was like, this was like the whole point of the work that we were doing today, was to go into the subconscious and to pinpoint traumatic moments, trigger points, and to remove them, to heal them. And she was like, it opened up something that I was like, whoa, that it was connected to my parents, and like all these things. Like, you guys, I'm telling you, it's really, really, really powerful stuff. So if you're like, I'm down, I want to manifest the rest of 2025, the next 4 months, money, love, I want to clear block, like for real. You definitely want to purchase the recording for this manifestation workshop, and it's worth every penny. It's only $22, you guys. $22, $22. And it's a tool, and then I provide you guys with like tools. Like I'm emailing out like mantras and all. It's so much that you received today, or that everyone received. So thank you for those of you guys that purchased already. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And the recording is obviously just as powerful because but you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. This is, I swear, I'm coming into my rebirth too, and like my gifts and my, like the way that I am right now, it's like Erica 5.0. Like it's like Erica 100.0. It's this new and improved, like it's crazy. So anyways, but I guided everyone in, and so now everyone who purchased this, now everyone learned something today about how to go in and how to do their own, how to reprogram and how to clear out the subconscious. So, it's like, it's crazy. So anyways, all right, if you guys want to purchase it, if you guys want to purchase the manifestation workshop, because you can go back and redo this over and over and over again. But it was powerful. Anyways, if you guys, all the stuff is in the description box down below, okay? If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you want to book a reading, or you want to do a past life Akashic reading and past life regression work or energy healing or anything like that, it's all in the description box. And then if you want to purchase the workshop for this really powerful rare black moon in Virgo, then just send me an email and then we'll get you set up and I'll send you the recording, okay? But the reason why I started talking about that is because I had pulled out 5 tarot cards to infuse into the magic ritual and into the space, and just for all participants, etc. And the 2 major arcanas that I pulled out was the Hermit, of course, Virgo new moon, but also the Magician. It's also Virgo energy, Mercury, Gemini energy too. But anyways, so I just find it interesting that the masculine here is showing up as the Magician. And it's what I said, like someone who's fully in their power. He is awake. And what I see is that because he's so awake, it has been causing there's been a lot of turbulence in his life because the people around him don't understand why he's changing. He just feels different about life. He wants different things. He's, and it's like he was holding a lot of guilt around that. But now, because of him stepping more into his power and because of the medicine and the inspiration and all the things that he's receiving and feeling from his feminine, he's like, it's game over. So, okay. All right, so 29 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and end with messages here. Let's get a romance angel. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of giddy, just excitement, very fun, loving, flirty, passionate chemistry. like all that really like physical, the butterflies and like, oh, like, you know, but it's like multiplied by like 1,000,000 because it's a divine love. It's not like karmic. So I see all of that in the near future. Well, of course, we have these cards saying 1 to 2 weeks, but before we even had these cards of the timing is when I said I was receiving in within 72 hours or by Monday, and today's Saturday. It could happen tonight. It could happen over the weekend. It could happen in the next 72 hours. I don't know. If it was a personal reading, I'd be able to gauge a lot. You know, I'm really good with timing and predictions and, you know, very specific things. Although obviously, like, you can't ever, no reader in the world could be concrete cement, like, oh yeah, it's for sure happening. No one could do that. But getting almost down to the wire and brass tacks and super close, I do that. So when I say it feels like right now, that's how it feels. New love. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic interest. Maybe you met someone. Maybe the feminine met someone, or I think that it's just like the masculines, honestly, like, because I think a lot of them have completed these cycles. Feminines, I know a lot of divine feminines are too. A lot of my divine feminines out there, you guys also had, you know, your own relationships or husbands or, you know, whatever that you had to leave. Okay, like we know it's not a one-way street. And listen, for who this is for, you guys aren't doing this stuff for other people. Like, like if you're someone who's like in a partnership, you know, but you've met a divine counterpart, if you're like leaving this person, your husband or wife, for this other person, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and that's not good, right? But if you're doing it because you've awoken and you guys are on different radio frequencies and there's a disconnect and the love is gone and it's karmic and it's all these things, then that's one thing. But I think there's a lot of feminines and a lot of masculines out there who are just, they've completed the cycle, right? And now you're ready for the new love. This new love sweeps you off your feet. There could also be new people coming in too, for sure. Absolutely. Right? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I think it's this masculine. I think it's the masculine to the feminine. Like, it's not like, it's new in the way that like we get to know each other now and we can dive deeper and we can really, you know, like all the things. It's new in that way. It's like new experiences, new first times, new, you know, like that. Retreat is on the bottom of the deck, like just spending time together. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Yeah. You're all that I want. You're all that I need. Like, I know that we met for such a big reason. And that's another big thing that's coming through, is the fact that both feminine and masculine are highly aware that they have like soul work to do together. They're a power couple. Like, they can be with other people, and of course we could always have other soulmates and stuff, but it's like your internal guidance system and higher selves and all that, like, you know, this masculine knows that this feminine is going to keep showing him the light and showing him the way. And he wants to follow that. He wants to follow that path and that light. He'll follow her anywhere. You know, and these are divine masculine warrior emperor leaders. They don't follow anybody. They don't follow anyone. They're the ones that people follow. But in this aspect, in this divine connection, they follow the feminine, and they do it gladly, willingly. Okay? There it is. Release your ex. Exactly. There's definitely like something was going down here. That might be like communication. She's holding like a letter or something. That might be something that maybe is going to be shared, you know? Like, we haven't talked for a while, and you know, I just wanted to see how you're doing, and like, but it's so much deeper than all that. But it might be like to update, like, oh yeah, like, you know, it's like they want to like catch you up on life. Like they want you to know that, you know, that they're aware that you guys are soulmates, that they're aware that, you know, you guys have past life connections. Okay? But anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and end this. 35 minutes. All right, so I'm going to release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I just keep seeing like this masculine, he's like, she gave me strength. Like she gave me the strength to finally walk away from this marriage, or she gave me strength. And what the masculine means by that is through her journey and ascension embodiment and divine sovereign embodiment, that's how she gave him strength. And also when feminine heals, eventually the masculine will feel the healing, and eventually will start to kind of fall in line, you know? Okay, so this masculine is saying to the feminine, you are so unique and divine. There it is. Like, I know that this is different. I know that this is divine. You're divine. This is like not, you know, it's trippy. It's bizarre. It's out of this world. There's no words. It's crazy. It's cray-cray. You know? But it's real. I just got full body chills. You're so unique and divine. I have felt inferior and not good enough for you, so I stayed away. But I'm seeing now that I'm also divine and that we're equals. There it is. There it is. Like, through her embodiment, she reflected and mirrored all this to him. You know, she rose up and surrendered completely. Like the feminines who I'm talking for and channeling for, they just held space. They just went on their way, lived their best life. They weren't, you know, obsessing over this person. They weren't only fixated on this one person and it's gotta be them and I'll be single until the day I die if it's not them. Like, that's like fear energy, and that's lower vibrational energy. To be so codependent and fearfully clingy like that, no wonder the masculine runs, you know? I'm talking to the feminines that literally are like just embodying and like whatever happens, happens. Like, you know? Most of the feminines who this is for, you don't even watch readings about this person at all, really. Or if you do, it's like only 1 or 2 readers, or, you know, it's definitely not like, you know, how it used to be, or, you know, you've really surrendered it up. And the masculines felt that. They felt that. They felt energetically this feminine, like, woo, getting further and farther away. Even though you guys are always connected, like, they knew, they felt it. You're all I want, you're all I need. This time of year makes me nostalgic and I miss you more than ever. So it's funny because we're gearing up towards the end of summer, into the fall. So again, there's something about the weather, the time of the year. Like I said, there could also be references like maybe this person is thinking that like, oh, you know, summer is ending and now we're getting into like the burr months and the colder months and the winter, and this time of year reminds me of you or us or whatever. It's very nostalgic, whatever's going on. Birthdays, I don't know, holidays. I miss you more than ever. I miss you more than ever, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful last card. Confirmation of everything that I said, you guys, about this masculine is super awake. You're about to have some, you know, that's what it's like they want to talk, right? I mean, the whole point of this is to show that this is where they're at. And right here on the Magician, the first word is communication. And hello, that is a communicative energy. It's Mercury, the planet of communication. I am awoken to this connection. Oh, you baby, are you okay? My kitty has a little kitty cold. I am awoken to this connection and to my truth. I no longer cling to outside validation and karmic energy. Bam. I no longer cling to outside validation and karmic energy. I don't need my ego stroked anymore. I'm not in a fear state of consciousness anymore. I took my power back from that. Like now I'm like, I'm ready for life. I'm ready to live. I don't care about what anyone says or thinks. I'm living for me. Exactly. Exactly. Hello, there it is. That is a very awoken, conscious, divine masculine right there. Because that's how it is. That's how it gets. When you fully are embodying more of your divine sovereignty and your power and your authenticity and you don't give a shit what other people say. You don't care what they're going to think about this or that or, you know. And I think a lot of the things that this masculine did. This masculine is someone who had a major ego, identity, attached, you know, to the ego. Like that's, you know, if the feminine was like a very spiritual energy and the masculine family was not, like, then these are the things the masculine would think about, you know? Or, you know, if, you know, it could be anything. But they were worried about opinions and what they would think and would my family accept this person or all the little logical. We live far apart, long distance, you know. It's all logical. Excuses. But not anymore, okay? Okay, and then look, bottom of the deck here. So confirmation for a lot of you guys. The majority of feminine and masculines here that get drawn to this channel, especially divine masculines, a lot of the karmic attachments, the third party attachments, are a physical person. It's a partnership, okay? So that's why, because a lot of us, especially twin flames, a lot of the way that we worked out our karma is through partnership with karmics. Anyways, the karmic can see spiritual shifts within me. They try to say that you're a witch or that you cast some kind of spell upon me. But that's just them projecting their insecurities and their fears. Wow. That's a big confirmation, because a lot of these karmics, there is that kind of vibe that comes from them. You know, and my heart is with them, because that's a really hard place to be in, you know, especially if the karmic like knows about the feminine. Because I don't know, I've never been in that situation and I never will be, but to be, even if it's toxic and dysfunctional, but to love someone and to know that you guys don't belong together, that your time together has come to an end, and that this person that you have been with, that they actually do have a true divine counterpart and a soul connection out there that is everything that you had wished your relationship would have been or could have been, but it never could be because it's karmic. You know, that sucks. That hurts. And so my heart is with the karmic partners who are, you know, going through this, but also with the masculines, you know? Okay, so anyways, and that's another, see what that's a trait of true divine feminine energy. You know, you hold loving space and compassion. Like, it's not like, you don't wish ill on anyone. You don't want anyone to be crying or hurting. Like, you just, you see from such a higher perspective and from the heart, right? So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Happy new moon. Manifest with this new moon. It's so powerful if you feel called. Also, you guys, the manifestation workshop, I am not kidding, it was so powerful. So anyways, if you want to purchase the recording and you want to do that and receive all of the stuff from that, again, just email me and $22 and we'll get you set up. Okay, that's it. I love you guys. All right, have a beautiful day.